To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. He was locked in last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2.
Clear some space in the trophy room. He won it last week. He's thinking he's going to get a few more before this season is over, maybe even starting with this game.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. The Lions at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
To throw is Goff. He finds his man complete. That's 4. Called a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Rams defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right?
Oh, what a juke into space. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's gone. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Gibbs is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Rams' 2-yard line.
Gibbs again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
They're back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal.
Hey, lift. We're good.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, We only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
33, yellow. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Red, 38. Slide through.
They'll set up to throw. Able to shake him off. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up the to the 43.
Down at the 43-yard
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
12, 180, turbo.
Back to throw, Goff. That's caught. It's Samuel Porter. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's gone. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Here comes the Lions punter now. Back deep for the Rams is Tutu Atwell. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Okay, Frank.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Ready.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Ethan Evans on now to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Westbrook now on the return. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Second and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Goff. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Running right, here's Falk. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Brings up third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
180!
Out of the gun. Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Goff now looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
Ready. 60 reps. Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. The left side throw complete to Adams. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And just to put everyone on notice, that is his 1,199th catch. So the next one, that'll be 1,200 for his career. Back to throw now on first down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
43. Right.
Looking to throw. To the right side and intercepted. And the Lions will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
The second down pass. Intercepted. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. A final shot before break here. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
McPherson set to
10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Gain of 15. And the Rams first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Simmons. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards for number 11.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line.
A gain of
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
First down.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Lions' 19-yard line.
Yellow, 22. Ultra.
Back to throw. And he's got it. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Puka Nacua, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Now it's gone. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 68 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. McPherson on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the match rushing touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready.
And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And the Rams first down. A gain of 7. First down, Rams.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Rams.
Yellow, 43.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Blue, red, 38. Check.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
52 blue. Green jack. Check.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Rams first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
60 red. 60 red. Ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
10 black. 10.
Back to throw again. This one swung out to Williams. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Black, 95.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the... And now look at him go. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Sticky, green. Watch it, stick. Wide shot. Stick, mega. Ready, ready.
They'll set up to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42.
That's good for our Rams. First down.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Got it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Down. 33, yellow. Come back.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Real green. Set, huh?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
60 red. 60 red. Set.
They'll look to throw again. Going to be taken in here by McCoy. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line.
Rams. First down.
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Let's go now. Blue strike. Black 40. Green gap. Hut, hut.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Beetle blue. Hey, green. Hey, red. Set.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line.
First down.
Ready?
1st and 10 at the 20.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Second and 10.
Here we go, set. 45, white. Yellow, blue. You, yellow. Set,
Back to throw here. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2-yard pickup. Makes it 3rd and 8.
They're going to look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 17 yards out. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Kick is good.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
That's good. 4 on Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking deep for Adams. They've got his man complete. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, LA. Devontae Rams. 73 yards.
And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
31. Rams 21.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
What's that?
On first down, Sherwood. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A passing down here, 5 receivers on the field as they look at a 2nd and 8. Goal. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ford. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 8.
Back to throw, Goff. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll give to Falk up the middle. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. An extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
32.
Back to throw now on first down.
Pass complete there to Nfgl.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's a gain of 8. And the Rams, first down.
They'll drop to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Lions are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched on.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? He's able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said.